Choosing yourself is the foundation of power. Before you can give to anyone else, before you can commit to anything beyond your own existence, you must choose you first. If you don't, no one else will. If you don't prioritize yourself, you'll always be at the mercy of someone else's choices, their desires, their vision of what your life should be. And that is a weak position to live from. A wise woman once told me that there is far more power in wanting someone than needing someone. To need someone is to admit dependence, to say that without them you are incomplete, that your existence is lacking. But to want someone, that is a choice, that is control, that is power. Because when you want, rather than need, you are operating from abundance, not desperation. Think about it. The people who need others for validation, for security, for meaning, they are prisoners of that need. They shape themselves around the expectations of others. They live in fear of losing what they depend on. And that fear, it weakens them. It makes them hesitant. It makes them settle. But when you choose someone, when you say, "I don't need you, but I want you," you maintain the upper hand. You stand firm in your own value, in your own power. You make it clear that your presence in their life is not a necessity, but a decision. The difference is in the mindset. Weak men chase, beg, and plead because they feel empty without someone else. Strong men stand tall, knowing that their worth is not dependent on external validation. They know that their time, energy, and attention are valuable, and they give it only to those who earn it. When you approach relationships, business, or any part of life from a place of need, you become easy to manipulate. But when you operate from a place of strength, you become the one who dictates the terms. Choosing yourself first does not mean being selfish. It means setting the foundation for everything else in your life. It means building yourself up so that when you do invite someone into your world, it's because you want them there, not because you need them to fill a void. So, ask yourself, are you choosing from power or from fear? History has proven that those who control themselves first are the ones who control the world. Kings, conquerors, and leaders have never begged for companionship. They commanded presence. A warrior does not seek the approval of his enemy. A lion does not ask the jungle for permission to rule. You too must be the one who chooses, not the one who waits to be chosen. We live in a world that preys on the weak. Society tells you that compromise is the key to happiness. That if you sacrifice enough, if you bend enough, if you lose enough of yourself, you will finally be rewarded with the love or success you crave. But that is a lie. You do not negotiate your value. You do not dilute your essence. The moment you compromise who you are, you lose the war before it even begins. You must understand that power comes from within. The man who needs nothing can gain everything. The man who clings, who fears, who begs, he will always be beneath the one who stands firm. When you choose yourself first, you send a message to the world. You are complete on your own. That doesn't mean you don't build relationships. That doesn't mean you isolate yourself. It means that no relationship defines you. No woman, no job, no amount of money gives you your worth. You bring worth to everything you touch because you already have it within you. Look at the strongest men in history, and you will see a pattern. They never chased. They never needed. They chose. Alexander the Great didn't beg for loyalty. Men followed him because his vision was greater than any single person. Caesar didn't need Rome's approval. He took Rome and shaped it into what he wanted it to be. The greatest leaders did not depend on the world. The world depended on them. And that is exactly how you must operate in your own life. The moment you decide that your happiness, your success, your fulfillment are dependent on someone else, you have already lost. That is the beginning of submission. That is when you hand over your power. But when you stand as your own foundation, when you know deep down that no one can shake your worth, you become untouchable. You become unstoppable. Men fall into the trap of believing they need external validation to be complete. They think a woman, a title, a fortune will somehow grant them the confidence they lack. But confidence is not given. It is cultivated. It is built through discipline, through self-mastery, through choosing yourself every single day. The man who relies on others to give him confidence will crumble the moment those people are gone. But the man who builds himself from the ground up, he is a fortress. He is immovable. He does not chase, he attracts. He does not ask for value, he embodies it. So what does this mean for you? It means you must start every single day with one question. Am I choosing me first? Are you making decisions based on what strengthens you, or are you making choices based on fear? Are you leading or are you following? Every time you compromise your own standards to keep someone around, you lose a piece of yourself. And if you do that enough times, you will wake up one day unrecognizable, wondering where your strength went. But when you choose yourself, when you elevate yourself above the noise, you become a man who is truly free. And freedom is the ultimate power. Choosing yourself is not an option. It is a necessity. It is the only way to build a life worth living. It is the only way to stand among the greats rather than kneel among the weak. If you do not choose yourself, someone else will choose for you. And I promise you, they will not choose in your favor. So stand up, step forward, make the decision now. Choose yourself first, and watch the world shift around you.